not to mention how much it will cost you because you will end up paying around $4,000 to $5,000 in fines, fees, and surcharges. I want to do everything in my power to protect the public. I don't want you on the street and I don't want you out in the middle of the night. You're continuing to use. It scares me. Do you know every single day someone dies from an alcohol-related collision? And come up, Dad, come on up. Yeah, come up. Hold on, Shatori. Oh, do you need a translator?
Hello. We got one for alcohol, Judge, and then the other one for THC. He does admit to the alcohol consumption at a party. As far as the THC,
Is it on docket today or no?
we were ordered to come here, Judge. And I let the court know that we were going to be here today. Do you need a case number?
No, I got it right here. I have to spin.
So he had started PTI in May, the 1-year PTI. As far as the THC violation, he alleges he went to a Grinders coffee bar that serves coffee with CBD. He says that's the only thing that
Do
he's
you
had.
really think that we're supposed to believe that? You were in a great, you were in a great program now that if you complete it, you don't end up with a conviction on your record. And I'm going to tell you that when you get a DWI on your record, it will completely mess with you for your entire life. Not to mention how much it will cost you because you will end up paying around $4,000 to $5,000 in fines, fees, and surcharges. Not to mention the jail time. If you ever consume anything again, I will put you in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You in this country with or without permission?
With permission.
Joe, is this right?
Seeking political asylum, Judge.
He's seeking.
Yes, sir.
You are not in this country with permission. If you go to jail, you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration. Do you understand the gravity of that? That you will be stuck in custody until the case is over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration where you'll sit for another 6 to 9 months. I'm sending you now for a drug test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. I am also now ordering you to put a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. This tests alcohol through your perspiration. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If you ever test positive, and if it's even mouthwash, if it's a tequila lollipop, hair dye, whatever it may be, you're out, and I will immediately set you for trial. Do you understand? You will also be you will be tested for marijuana 40 days from today. If you test positive again, you are out. I don't care what your excuse is. It makes excuses to me are nothing. Do you understand?
Sir.
Anything else that he's behind? So you now have to do what's called intensive outpatient treatment program.
El mismo día que fui a visitar al oficial, yo ese mismo día me inscribí a la clase.
I already registered for the class that same day. I went to see the officer.
Good. I want to know that you've registered for the class. I don't want to see it. I have other people that will look to make sure that you are doing the right class. The only thing I am imparting to you is that if you ever fail me again, and I don't care if you have Jesus here with you representing you, you ever test positive again for anything, I will light you up like a Christmas tree. Do you understand? We will send you now for a test and then we'll see what the results are and we'll go from there. Okay, Joe? You said Acres?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Oh, what? Is this just another plea to get out and do nothing?
That's up to Your Honor's call, Your Honor.
Hi, Mr. Akers. How's it going? Did we not have him T-Rast?
put in there was a competency evaluation, so
Shh.
like it was back and he was found competent to stand trial.
Well, we know that. It's not a matter of competency. We know he's competent. That's not the issue.
That's what it said.
Yeah. We're no more catch and release. I told you this last time. The idea is that you, when you leave here, you're better off than when you came in. You keep coming back and you come back to us in this state over and over and over. It's not good, Mr. Akers. All you're doing is you're killing yourself slowly. That's not the way to do things. If I let you go now, if history is any indication, we'll see you in about 6 months again. That's history.
I believe I could do better.
Do you?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe it. I mean, I know that you were destined for greatness, but sometimes when you try to write your own plan and you think it works, it kind of backfires on you and it doesn't. So now when you're with me, I have resources to help you out. And that's the idea, so that you don't come back. Because we've tried for you to write your own plan on numerous occasions and it's not worked. And I know it's not what you want to hear. And I know that you just want to get out, but I don't want to set you up for failure. We've done that before and now you're here again. So what I'd like to do is I want to have you evaluated by our clinicians to see how we go forward. Perhaps we have a treatment facility that's there to help you tackle why these issues continue to happen. Why you keep testing positive for meth, amphetamines, and all those other substances.
If I may, this is only my second charge here. The trespassing was dropped, and I did test positive, but I did stop using that day and planned on stop using. When I tested positive for alcohol, it's because I take communion, and I'm at a
Really?
point.
You take communion at 8 in the morning?
I didn't blow. It was a urination.
You and I have been dancing for 2 years, and you in all those 2 years have continued to
I've only been in
use.
Houston a little over a year. I have signed up for the homeless program, and right now I've just come to a year, which is a requirement. I have to get back to the housing people so I can get my voucher to get a place of my own. When I was locked up here, I probably had a lot of things walk off. I don't know if my storage container is the automatic payment went through. I'll get off drugs and just give me a chance to rebuild my life. I've been homeless for over 3 years. I was homeless 2 years before in St. Louis before I come here. I come here and I've been wanting to restart my life. I just need just give me an opportunity not to come back, and you won't see me again.
I've done that twice before, Mr. Akers. You now are in your third case here within a year.
The
So
second one
we've
was
been
dropped.
there, done that.
Requested at the request of the pastor of the church that I was trespassing at.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm not gonna do this now. I'd like to have you TRASed. I want to see what they say, how the best way to move forward is. I'll try to do it as quick as possible so that we can try to help you out as quick as possible. We're not just trying to keep you here to languish, but I want to do the right thing. And you taking this deal, just letting you out now, it's not the right way to do things. And I'm sorry to tell you that, but I have John here that if you have a storage unit, if you need anything, we can try to reach out to whoever we can to try to help you out with that. Okay. We have people on site that, and also staff that can help you with these things.
I have Social Security, and I've been here indigent this whole time. They say I have nobody on the outside. I can't get money on my books. I've been eating the scraps off of other people's plates. I've been here for a month. Can you at least reinstate my bond so I could take care of my business?
You don't come back. Okay. Look, let me try to get you TRAS as quick as possible so that we can get this done.
I think
Okay?
I already did TRAS.
Can we still use that other one or no? We're going to try to use it so we don't have to redo it. Give me a little bit of time and then I'll bring you back out and we'll talk. Okay. All right. Hey, thank you, Mr. D.
Just approaching on a plea for Jeffrey Thomas, Judge. Have him come up, Judge. Mr. Thomas, come on up.
Why are you not staying in touch with your lawyer?
Yeah, he reached out to me, Judge, that weekend.
You were set for trial tomorrow. You were supposed to meet with him for trial to get ready. And here you are playing Helen Keller the whole time. Mr. Thomas, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail credit for the 9 days that you've done. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Just working.
Where?
I work for a temp agency,
How much money do you make a month?
anywhere between 15.
It's not on docket today. That's what I was looking. You know, one of the things that I don't want you to think is that this is a joke. And we give you a lawyer in an effort to try to help you out. Because we understand that you have issues, that you may have, not the best job out there. And so here in the court system, we try to do everything possible to try to help out as many as we can for the short time that we have here. And when you continually refuse to abide by bond conditions and when you refuse to communicate with your lawyer, that tells us that you just don't give a rat's behind about us, about the charge, that you think it's a joke when it's not. It's a serious, serious charge. And here you are working your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, now 16th charge. How many of those charges have you gotten a court-appointed lawyer on?
All of them.
I guess that's why you consider this a joke, because we continue to give you things. If I give my child something, they don't take care of it. But if I make them work for it and I make them, hey, you got to pay for this, chances are they will treat it a lot better. You give them a car, how are they going to treat it versus if you make them work for it? You will be required to pay the surcharges in this case. I will pay for the court-appointed lawyer. I will pay your court costs, but you will be required to pay the fines and fees and surcharges to DPS. And I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days. And I hope in the future, moving forward, that you truly appreciate this, because with your record, if you were ever in a car and you smell like alcohol or dope, what do you think is going to happen? What we're doing today, from now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. So if I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, a spliff, don't get into a car because you're begging for issues. And I truly hope that you appreciate this, because like I said, from now on, you're looking at a lot of time. And due on your priors, it's a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. Under federal law, you give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? Was this a 0.15 or above, or was it just? Okay. All right, sir. I'll have you see the clerk. All right. Guys, you ready?
Alvin Douglas, the one we set the discovery compliance hearing
Sure.
for next. I just was going to ask the court if I can waive my client's appearance.
Yes, of course.
The 5,000 bond, I think, the $5,000 bond, I think it's appropriate with the conditions for the ankle monitor and the right hairs.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to bring him out to admonish him real quick. So let me do this and then, but yeah, we'll
Thank you.
do that. Yeah, all right. You, Elise Castillo, do you have a lawyer today, ma'am?
No, I do not.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing about that?
I was unable to attain a lawyer because I lost my job.
What were you doing beforehand? Okay,
And I'm doing temporary work, like part-time with my brother's security company. I have a license on armed security, but that's not guaranteed. He gives me a day or two, depending on what they have available.
okay, we'll have you fill out an application. I'll take a look at it, but I need to know everything about you, what kind of house you live in, what kind of cars you have, how many cars, how much money in the bank. Don't just put zeros because I'm gonna send it right back to you. I need everything filled out to check it out, okay? So you do the surcharges, right?
Yes.
Good morning, Ms. Crawford. Do you have a lawyer today?
I need one, a court-appointed lawyer.
So what do you do for a living, ma'am?
I'm a surgical technician, but I only work 2 days a week. I'm a mom of two. I don't only work 2 days.
How come?
To take them to school, I take care of one. I have an 8 and 1 year old. Take one at home.
Are you married or are you?
Well, dad take care of them, but we don't pay. He doesn't pay me. I take care of my household. He take care of his.
So you didn't get support for the children?
No, but they go over there, but he doesn't give me any money.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. Ma'am, your case is now 36 days old. Have you done anything with the administrative hearing?
I did. I filed it myself and I haven't heard anything.
You need to hire a lawyer for that, okay?
Yeah.
The lawyer that we give you, if we give you one today, will not take care of that. You're gonna have to do that on your own.
So I
Okay?
did file the hearing, but
Can't give you legal advice. All I can
Okay.
say is that you need a lawyer to represent you in that administrative license revocation hearing. So take care and take notice because there's a lot of consequence with that.
yeah.
So I'm serious. The lawyer that we give you here only takes care of the criminal case, not the administrative case versus DPS. And you need to do that probably pretty quick.
Yeah, I filed that. I haven't heard anything. So, okay.
You need a lawyer to represent you on that. Yes, okay. I'll give you an application then. Come on.
I've been asked by my client to present this as evidence of why he's not here today. No, Your Honor, I'm hoping you're willing to roll until tomorrow.
What is your client's name again?
Terrence Leo, he's not on there. This is supposedly his girl. I was asked to present this for my client, Your Honor.
Set up for bond forfeiture tomorrow.
Thank you.
He's not here tomorrow. You're both out of the program. Let him know. Here. Dick, who is this again? What is your last name, sir?
Austin,
Mr. Foster, do you have a lawyer today?
I wasn't able to hire one.
You want more time?
Yes, I just a little more time.
Okay, we'll give you more time. If you want to head on over to Victoria, we'll have you sign a receipt and give you more time, sir.
Okay.
Come on.
Sorry, Judge, I didn't hear that.
THA, more time.
All right, Judge, next is page 9, Gomez. Come on up.
Hey, Stephen, do you mind bringing out his client? It's, was it Cardona? Cardona. Please. Oh, do you speak English? No. Tómate asiento, por favor.
All right, Judge, next is page 22. Beyond, Joseph.
Around the other way, sir. Around the other way. We don't want you near the prosecutors. Mr. Santillan, do you have a lawyer today?
I did hire an attorney. She's just not here today.
Who is it?
Maria Carrillo. Juana Maria Carrillo. She's supposed to be calling the court. I just spoke to her about 5 minutes ago.
Okay, so just go ahead, take a seat. We'll wait for her, hopefully to show up.
Judge, next is page 24.
Great. Okay. All right, Mr. Cardona, I want you to understand one thing, that I take public safety extremely serious, and I will do everything in my power to protect the public. I don't care that you're out on an immigration bond. I don't care, but I care about our bond, but you need to understand that you being out on an immigration bond better have a halo above your head, because if not, you pick up a new case, you violate conditions. They will yank that PR bond in a moment's notice and you're out $15,000. All the money that whoever has posted up for you to get out on that immigration bond, you pick up a new case, violate conditions, all that money's gone. And I'm going to tell you now, you were extremely lucky to get an immigration bond, because I can tell you now, not many people do. And you'll never get another one. You won't. Do you understand? So I am now going to put a monitor on you so I know where you are at all times. Prior to your release, you will get a GPS monitor. You are not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, and not to be in possession of weapons. You're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol, illegal drugs, you become a danger to the public, I will yank the bond in a moment's notice. You understand? Make the most of it, because you're lucky to even get out. Do you have any questions? Okay, it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Stoll. He will also tell you when you have to come back to court. If Michael tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, there goes the bond.
I don't think there's going to be a problem with that. He's got a very, very good support structure in
Well,
place.
to get a
So
$15,000 bond, I would say, yeah, absolutely.
now the other bond condition that we discussed was staying in Harrison, the surrounding counties while out on
No
bond.
traveling. You got to stay here We have to know where you are at all times. You cannot just go traveling, no going to Mexico or no going to this or this. No, got to stay here until everything's wrapped up. Okay?
Okay, I have one question.
Shoot.
My ex-wife, she moved out to Atlanta, Georgia with my kids. Sometimes I visit them.
So no leaving
Nope.
until this is taken care of. This has to be resolved here in this court before, and there's
I
also.
understand. That's why
with the complaining witness as well.
FaceTime. You can always FaceTime with them. You can always use other means to have contact with them. Don't go there.
That's wrong.
Remember, we have a monitor on you. If you go out, we were going to know. You must also charge the device every single day. If the battery goes dead, so does your bond. You understand? Okay. I'm going to leave the bond at 2501.
Thank you. That's fine. That's
I mean, he's already paid enough money as it is.
Thank
So
you, Your
just be good. Don't pick up any new cases and don't have contact and no weapons with the complaining witness. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks.
All right.
For the Spanish THA,
Yeah.
page 9.
Do you have a lawyer, sir? Nope. I didn't ask you that. We gave you a court-appointed lawyer last time. Now you're back with a new charge. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Trabajo.
What do you do?
Plomería.
Plumber.
Okay. How much money do you make a month?
Al mes, 2,500.
A month, about 2,500.
Okay. We will give you time.
Le vamos a dar tiempo.
Okay. You have to qualify. We don't give court-appointed lawyers like it's candy on Halloween. You have to qualify. And when you make money, then you're expected to, to hire a lawyer. Do you understand? We will give you time. Nope, we will give you time. So what I'll do is I'll have you go to Victoria. We'll have you fill out a reset. There are a gajillion lawyers in Harris County. It's a matter of finding one that fits you. It's like buying a car. When you first buy a car, you don't go to a Ferrari dealership. You don't go to Mercedes-Benz. You go to what you can afford. It is the same thing with lawyers. There are thousands and thousands of lawyers in Harris County. Talk to them. 99% of the lawyers around will put you on a payment plan if you ask. And you can negotiate with them. If they charge you 1,000, if they charge you 2,000, if they charge you 10,000, you can negotiate with them. And 99% of them will put you on a payment plan. Do you understand? Right. But we will give you time. You are young. You are able to work. Do it. If you need to work hard, work hard. 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 10 jobs, whatever. We all work hard. We all need to pull our weight. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Judge, also on page 22. 22, counsel called and said she had to leave and wanted to do another THA.
Yeah, we'll give another couple weeks. I don't know how you operate in the real world, but this is a court. I expect you to be honest. You do not have a lawyer.
So I have text message, I've been texting the attorney.
You text messaging is just that. It's a text message and it's nothing more. You don't have a lawyer. Don't lie to me again.
No, but I do have a lawyer.
Okay, there you go.
She called, not representing you. So you don't have a lawyer. When you have a lawyer, you pay the money. They don't work for free.
I understand.
We will give you more time. The next time you come here, all I'm asking is honesty.
All right, so I haven't signed this.
Hey, Herman. Hey, dude. Yeah.
Can I give you the case number?
Okay, what is it?
2505 329 X or R.
Okay.
He's rescinding it. The case was dismissed, and he's not going to come. He's not coming back to Texas. He can't. And so he's in Louisiana. So he only needed to drive here when he came back to Texas. So if we can just eliminate the occupational So he extinguish it and then get a removal.
Withdraw.
Yeah, withdraw, and
Sure.
then get a removal for it as well, for the interlock.
Um,
They dismissed the other cases.
for sure. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I'll give it to you.
Just tell Ramona.
Well, I don't know. I guess where do you get the removal order from, Felicia?
I don't know
They
who.
dis- It was a DWS second dismissed off pretrial.
Oh, okay, then I can.
Yeah,
Just go with Victoria. Thank
Victoria will
you,
give it to you. Then I'll sign it and then we'll get it to you. John D. Hey, man. You too, what's up?
Approaching on first young Miss Smith, who you sent to go get drug tested. She came back
Results
positive,
back?
positive for some
Come up,
marijuana.
Miss Smith. Come out, Mom. Okay, so Felicia, what did she test positive for? No more? You'll be tested 40 to 43 days from today. If you stop smoking as of today, then you shouldn't test positive again. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What happens if you test positive again? What happens if you pick up a new case? What happens if you continue to speak with the co-defendants in this case? You know what's expected of you.
Yes, sir.
All we want you to do is be the best person you can be, graduate from high school, and go on to greater things. It's not much, but your life, as you grow older, gets more difficult. It doesn't get easier. You get older, you may lose hair, you may get bigger. We don't get more beautiful as we age on. Life becomes more difficult. And if you don't make a name for yourself now, then it's all the more difficult. And let me tell you, life without money really, really sucks. It's really hard if you have no money. And most of the people here that get divorced, because they fight about one thing. This. One more thing is that you, as a young Black woman, should never have to depend on a man. Because when you do, if that person leaves you, it's not going to go well. You need to be able to fend for yourself. And the way it starts is with an education, because no one can take that away from you. When you become like a doctor, a lawyer, you're always in demand, a nurse. No one can take that away from you. And you can always make good money, and you never have to depend on someone else. That's what your life should be. Never depend on anyone else but yourself. And it starts with an education. And that's what we're going to do with you now. You understand? So I expect you to stay in school, and we're going to check on you repeatedly. So the next time you come here, we're going to drug test you, and I want to know that you're still in school. Is there anything that you need from us?
No, sir. This is enough.
I hope. Who are the co-defendants in this case? Do you have cause numbers so we know?
Your Honor, there's no connected cases for co-defendants.
So we have a UUMV in this case, don't we? The same set of facts? I mean, we don't know we have a UUMV. Michael, I don't understand intake, dude. You got to help me understand this, because or perhaps we're just not seeing it, yeah, but she's in a car. It's a stolen car. There's someone else that's driving it. There's another defendant as well in there.
I think it's because the driver is on the spot.
Really? At the end of the day, if they didn't catch the other people, regardless, when you hang with dogs, you get fleas. Don't. Those bad people, they'll bring you down with them, and they don't care. Make something yourself. We're giving you the tools now. Okay. All right. Are there any brothers and sisters around as well?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm putting a monitor on you so I know where you are and that you're not out in the middle of the night. Do you understand? I'm
Yes,
giving
sir.
you a curfew. We'll have a monitor on you. If you don't charge it, it goes dead. Don't blame it on me. All right? Okay, John D. Thanks. All right. Thank you.
Just a second.
Judge, do you want that to be a hand device, or would you like?
GPS, so we know where she is. She's not out in the middle of the night. Waive the fee today.
Just before I leave, just wanted to briefly touch on Ms. Crawford that I just got. It just looked like it's a pretty standard low, not a high 0.1 DWI first time. So just wanted like a normal reset for that, Judge.
Bond or custody?
Judge, it was a THA, I can resend it.
Okay, that's.
You back?
Never a dull moment with Mr. Cabrera, Your Honor.
Happened.
He said he went over there, he couldn't pee, and in the interim, his mother had an epileptic attack. So he had to take her home. Hey, I understand, Judge, there's always some story every
Issuing
time.
a warrant for his arrest.
Every time we come up here, he's got something happening, some drama, all the time,
Yeah, I'm issuing a warrant.
all the time.
So
We
I
have
guess,
a Wednesday.
yeah. Well, no, I'm issuing a warrant. So it'll just be open and I guess at some point we'll see him and then I'll call you.
Okay.
And I'm not letting him go though. I'm not gonna let him plead guilty. I'm not gonna do anything like that. We'll just keep him until we can straighten him out.
Sounds good to me.
Together, get through to him.
Thanks, Judge.
Yes, George.
What was I gonna ask you? Okay, so you don't, because he asked me also, can I just get this over with, Mr. Reyes, and plead guilty in front of the judge?
Nope.
And I'll just tell him, no, you still gotta finish school, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see. What do you want?
Get him, we'll
You
get him,
want
and then
on
we'll talk.
probation? What do you want him on, Judge?
No,
No,
do what you were gonna do.
oh, the P.
Straighten him out first. I
Yeah,
want him to be
okay.
clean first.
Sounds good.
Can't get him to stay clean.
That's good. You'll be clean. You'll be clean for a while. Yeah.
I'm okay. Or I guess if you're okay with that, right? I guess it's your program, so, I mean, what's that one gentleman that we sent for a drug test earlier? 18-year-old kid? Well, I guess let's do this. What is his name?
Ramirez?
Alexis Ramirez. Good morning, Ms. Ramirez. You know, you can't expect to do things that you have been doing and
Understand.
expect good results, right? You failed to appear 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 32 times, and, you know,
Understandable, sir. That's why I'm here.
right, that's why you're wearing orange.
Yes, sir.
I hope that you understand, and I want you to understand one more thing. We, as a court system, expect for you to make everybody whole. In this case, there was an accident. You're charged with failure to stop and give information where there was an accident. And there's a restitution in the amount of $500. We expect you to pay the restitution. And I'm going to tell you now, if you toy with us, then we will amend conditions, put you in jail, or bring you right back out and expect you to pay restitution. And I'm going to tell you now, I've held on to people 3 years to be able to pay restitution and I have no problems doing it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What you're doing is you're entering into a deferred adjudication, which is a type of probation that if you successfully complete, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this agreement, agreeing to the conditions. And if you violate these conditions, you could be put in jail for 180 days. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
As part of the condition, you will pay $500 in restitution. You will do 12 hours of community service. You will also do a driver safety course. And if you complete this, then you will not end up with a conviction on your record. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up.
I believe I already sent him the receipt. I paid the $500 before. Once it's done.
And that's right. I forgot we had confirmed that they do have that on
Is it?
file.
Okay, so then we'll take it off in the event that we see that it's paid. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this probation, you cannot undo this or change this.
So,
Now, if you complete it successfully, then like I said, it won't go on your record. And eventually you may even be able to have it sealed so that the general public cannot see this. And I will make you a better deal. If you do well, get everything done quick, I'll take you off quick. And as a reward, if you get everything done, we'll take you off in half the time. So you could be off this thing in 4.5 months if you really kick butt and do well. It's not hard. I mean, if you've paid restitution, all you have to do is just the community service, which can be done in 1 weekend, and the driver safety course.
yes, sir.
That's how you understand it.
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of failure to stop and give information?
Guilty, sir.
I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that for 9 months. We will give you the opportunity. Now, if you violate this agreement, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. You bring you right back out in orange, and then you're looking at 180 days. You understand? Good luck to you, sir. Thanks, Josh. Okay. Okay, Kavita. Hey.
Mr. Tooney, I tried to reach his sister with the number he gave me, and that number was disconnected. He told me that he has problems with his phone. He doesn't have his phone. he's asking me if I can try to reach her some other way via Facebook or something. So I can get a reset now.
Just roll it to tomorrow
We can do that, Judge.
and hopefully you can try that way. Have you looked on the bond and paperwork?
No, not yet, Judge, because I went back to court 10 to do a plea, but I can check it.
Okay.
And try to find her. We'll
Yeah,
roll it until
it's kind of
tomorrow.
late. Let's roll it to tomorrow. Hopefully you can. I mean, I feel for the dude, right? And I want to, but I just don't want to let him out on the street. So if he's got a place, then I'm down. Okay?
I appreciate that, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. Anna,
I'm approaching on Mr. Quinn. He's on today's docket. You sent him for a drug test.
yes.
Um,
Is he back?
He's back and I'll let pretrial speak for themselves, but I believe he came back positive for THC.
Okay.
I've already explained to him that while he's on bond, no more marijuana.
Come up, Mr. Quinn. Yeah, good. Who's he here with? Dad or mom? No, he was here with someone. Mom was here earlier. It's okay. It's okay. We'll just bring him up. So did he test positive for just marijuana? Anything else?
I believe it's just the THC, but I would need to confirm that.
Alicia,
Yes, Judge.
did he test positive for anything else? Just marijuana?
Just marijuana.
Okay. No more. Stops today. And I don't care. I don't care if you come up here and tell me that you were in a car and everybody was hotboxing. I don't care if you tell me that you were at a party. I don't care if you tell me it was CBD. I don't care if you tell me it was whatever it was. You test positive again, I will keep you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No excuses, no marijuana, and you stay in school. And I'm gonna put a monitor so I know where you are at all times. You are not allowed out in the middle of the night. And I'm giving you a curfew and you're not to hang out with the co-defendants in this case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Any false move, I will keep you. And I don't care if your mom is kicking, screaming, this, that. You're old enough to know that actions have consequences. When you're out there, you think before you act. If I do this, am I gonna get in trouble? If I say this, what's gonna happen? Think before you act.
Yes, sir.
Think before you speak. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You start fighting in high school or wreak havoc out there, I'm not gonna take it. Anything else?
Just a regular reset on this one, Judge?
40 days,
Okay.
because then he'll be tested again. So around 42, 43 days, we'll test him again on his next return. And then the monitor that we're putting on your ankle needs to be charged on a daily basis. If you fail to charge it, the battery will go dead. And if the battery goes dead, so does your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you ever have any issues, you can always call Anna. She's as tenacious as can be, and she will help you out as much as possible. But if you try to come up here with excuses, it will go in this year and it will go out that year. Understand?
Yes, sir.
This life is but one chance, and it is like it's a ride, and it can be either a great ride where you're filled with vacations, expensive cars, nice restaurants where you go to Michelin, or it can be a reason, it can be a toilet, miserable of an existence without money. You're begging for this, you're begging for that, you never buy anything, and constant fighting with everybody because you ain't got no money, and it all starts right here. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Make me proud.
Thank you. Can we be excused, Judge?
Judge, would you like the license vote today as well?
Today. Yes, ma'am. And waive all the fees, please.
Excuse
me, and your client dropped.
Oh. Thank you.
Well, that's already not a good sign.
So Judge, at the last setting,
Yeah, we've been to
You-
consider since August, you know?
sorry, Judge.
Tell me, go ahead.
So we told him that he could submit an informal mitigation packet and then upon reviewing that, we would consider a PTI.
Mr. Cardona Barrios, please. Let's do PC because I don't know anything about it, Michael, you know?
Reed Fuller.
Hey, I'll start sending stuff to them.
Oh, we're gonna need, I don't know. Well, we'll see.